Hey everyone, and welcome to Lusatia and episode 1 of this new Let's Play, which will be a fairly short Let's Play as FS17 is due out in a few weeks time. So for me this Let's Play is all about just a kind of a test series for me to check all the microphone and audio levels and everything ahead of FS19 and just seeing how well I can actually kind of do a Let's Play. So the map Lusatia is a very nice map. Not really been on here at all. I've literally loaded it prior to this and had a quick look around, see what equipment there was and what the map was actually like, and it does look like a really nice little map. It's a fairly small map, which is ideal for a short series, so really looking forward to getting stuck in, which we're going to do pretty much straight away. Now we do have some animals. We start off with 5 sheep, 10 pigs and 15 cows. I'm just going to leave those as they are. Obviously they'll reproduce and we'll get more. We can sell some pigs off when we get a trailer load. We don't have an animal trailer to start with, so at some point we'll have to lease one or buy one. But we do have pretty much everything else. We've got water tanker, loading wagon, feed mixer wagon. We've got a combine, little hurleyman tractor. We've got some silage, straw and hay bales. We've got the case 1455, a little tipper trailer. There's the New Holland 8340 just in here with the little Pottinger rake, front and rear mower and tedder. So the combine in there. So we do also have somewhere, which I'm not sure where, we do have a slurry spreader and a manure spreader. We do also have 3 greenhouses, which are like the placeable ones, little fertiliser spreader, but I'm not actually sure where the greenhouses are. I'm sure we'll find them at some point. And we've got cultivator, seeder and plough. So what I'm going to do is, if we take a look at the map, so we own fields 9, 11, 16, 28, 17 and 24. 16, 28, 17, 24 are all grass fields, which are the only grass fields on the map, and then fields 9 and 11 are arable. Now, as I'm not playing on seasons, main reason is just to speed things up a bit, and also FS19 is not going to have seasons straight away, so I need to get used to not playing with seasons. So field 11 is ready to harvest and field 9 is on the final growth stage, so we're just going to get straight into it and start on harvesting field 11. So what I also plan to do is, because we don't have seasons, is kind of play the game in a kind of way that you would with seasons, but obviously we've still got the option that we can do other things in between, in terms of we'll get all the fields planted and do all the fertilised states and everything, and then we'll, once they're all ready to harvest, we'll do all the harvest, and then it's like kind of back to the spring or end of autumn, which way you look at it. So get the PTO attached. I do have to remember I've got manual attaching mod installed, which I don't have for the time-lapse series I do, because that constant jumping in and out of the cab is not great when you're trying to do a time-lapse. So I disable that, because that's pretty much all I've been doing recently is the time-lapse videos. I need to remember that I've actually got the manual attach installed. So let's get the case and we'll pick up the little trailer. We'll probably get this on follow me to head up to the field. The one thing we don't have, which we'll need to get, or we don't need to get it, but what I want to get is a baler, so we can bale up the straw. Let's just touch the trailer. Should have got the combine a bit further forward. So what we'll probably do is get a work started on the field with the combine, and then I'll nip over to the store to buy a baler. There's not going to be much choice in balers as we don't have a lot of money. What I want to try and do is avoid increasing the loan. unless we really have to. As I say, the fact we've got pretty much all the equipment apart from a baler and a bale trailer, then it's not going to be too much of a worry about buying things at the moment. Maybe to try and get a bit of money to buy some more fields. I'm not sure how expensive the fields actually are. That's something I'll have to have a look at. So field 11, I think, is that one just ahead of us. Detached, no, wrong one. Unfold that. Let's just stop the worker off just there. Let's get this started. So this is wheat. It's not going to be a high yielding field as it's not been fertilised, but we should still get a little bit, you know, we can sell what we get straight away. I don't want, I just want standard hired help. I don't want the AI. I'll set this off again. So we'll get a worker on that. We'll go and get a baler and then we can follow along. Manual attach. Told you I'd forget. Right. So where is the store? Oh. So just down the road, so not far away. As I said, small map, pretty much everything's pretty much close by anyway, so nothing to worry about. Now I don't have a steering wheel or pedals or side panel or anything like that, so I'm just using my Xbox controller, which I'm used to anyway from when I used to play this on the Xbox. Which was the first time I ever played FS was FS17 on the Xbox. So I was so used to that. I would like to get a steering wheel on the side panel and everything like that, but it's something I just can't afford at the moment, so maybe in the future. What my Xbox controller will do for now. So we want baling technology. Pretty much, I think there's only going to be 2 options that we can actually afford. We do have quite a few modded balers installed. We've got the little class quadrant 1200 that only does small bales. The little New Holland D1000, which again small bales. We've got the Chrome Big Pack 1280, which I've used quite a bit, to be fair. So what I am going to go for is something I've not used before, which is the little Massey Ferguson. We'll just go standard to keep the price down. So I've not used this baler before. There's another chance to use some new equipment for me, and it's fairly cheap as well. It's within our budget for now. I do have the variable bale capacity mod installed, which is on the mod hub on the beta section, so I will be doing 8,000 litre bales. Main reason for that is just to reduce the amount of bales we end up with. I know we're not going to get a huge amount off this anyway, as it's not a fully yielding field. But I'd rather move half the amount of bales than I need to. Basically, the only reason why I use that mod just helps speed things up as well. So I also have, if I switch that off, bale counter. Oh, I've turned the baler off, haven't I? Helps if you turn it back on. So yeah, I've got the bale counter mod installed as well. Just see how many bales we get. And another one I need to change is the auto unload. and I've just realised as well I didn't change the actual capacity. There's me saying I'm going to do 8,000 litre bales and I forgot to change the capacity. So we've got one 4,000 litre. I just have to remember which one that is for when we come to do the feed mixer. I'm not going to use straw bales, so don't worry. The feed mixer wagon only takes 16,000 litres. So when we come to fill that up, I'll just do one 8,000 litre hay and one 8,000 litre silage bale. Nice and easy. I do have the Better Ground Scales mod installed as well, so the straw swaths do look rather thin. So it just helps with the scaling, especially when you come to do grass and you rake it up, you don't get massively huge swaths. Why did the auto unload reset itself? So 2 bales, one 8,000 litre and one 4,000 litre to start with. So just make sure we keep an eye on the actual combine so we can unload it, which I'll probably do after the next row, I think. Actually, we could probably do it on this one, as we're going to catch up with it anyway with the straw. So yeah, as I mentioned before, this is going to be a test series, just to see how things go, and so I can get all the audio levels on my microphone. I have tried various other times doing this, and yeah, I record using Shadow Play, and for some reason the audio was always awful. It was always really quiet on from the microphone. I'm not sure exactly why. Playing around trying to look online for fixes and various different things, I did manage to get the audio level increased slightly on it, but it absolutely sounded awful. And then I tried recording through Shadow Play, but recording separate audio through Audacity, and again I just could not get it to sound good, and that's using my Blue Yeti microphone, which I did yank the cable out at one point, so I'm not sure if there's just a bad connection on the cable where the cable joins the microphone, and it's a little bit loose because I just can't get it to sound decent through that. So I am actually trying something different for this video, which hopefully will work, and if you're watching this, it has worked to some degree and doesn't sound too bad. Let me know, anybody that's actually watching this, and let me know what you think. As I say, I just want to make sure I get it right, so when I come to do FS17, everything's set up ready to go. Looking at some of the fact sheets recently, I'm sure a lot of other people are quite surprised on some of the announcements. I certainly was. I'm really looking forward to actually getting the game. It's going to be quite interesting to see actually play. I've seen some gameplay videos of the preview version from Gamescom, but it's never the same until you actually get it for yourself and actually play it to see how it's like. It's not long now at all. So as I mentioned before as well, I'll be doing a let's play hopefully on one of the maps, one of the new maps. Not sure which one yet. Anybody's got any preference which one they'd like to see, as a let's play. As I say, I'll do the other one as a time lapse. I do really like the look of both of the new maps, to be fair. The new American map looks really good for a base game map, as well as the European map as well. And it'd be interesting to do the two different maps, because there's certain things we probably do more, well, you see more in an American style map than you would on the European map, like cotton be more suited to the American map. And then you've got, obviously there's a few different things you can do on the European map. If you want to kind of play it in a slightly realistic way, obviously you could just go ahead and probably do sugarcane and cotton and whatever you want on either map. So we're pretty much caught up with the actual combine. So if I put this on follow me, because I'm just going to be stop starting under the combine. I'm not sure if the auto unload works on the round baler with a worker, whether he'll just stop and sit there or whether it'll actually unload. Excuse me, just have a quick drink. So obviously I've got a fairly new channel. I only started uploading videos start of September. So just a quick thank you to everyone that has subscribed so far. Really do appreciate it. And it's always difficult when you set up a new channel. A lot of people can be put off by the low subscriber count, which is a bit unfortunate, but it does happen. But I always like to support small channels if they're doing good videos, so hopefully people that have subscribed and watched the videos are enjoying the videos so far. So it's all just kind of a test for me, as I'm new to doing gameplay videos. Oh, let's get rid of that worker and we'll do this ourselves. I'm not new to YouTube. I've got 2 other YouTube channels which unfortunately I just can't keep up with uploading videos to, as they take so much time and effort to get the videos done for those channels. The one channel I haven't uploaded for over 2 years, to be fair. Main reason for that was a house move and just not having the space in the new house to set up the area I need for that. The other channel I haven't uploaded for a few months, and it's difficult to keep on top of the videos for that because they just do take up so much time and effort to get one video out, and then it's difficult, and not always being able to record is a bit frustrating. So one thing I can do is gameplay videos, especially time lapse, because I can sit there and record those at any time. I don't have any worries about background noise or anything in those, so they're a lot easier to edit as well and get uploaded. So we'll probably do with this wheat is, once we've all finished, we'll get it, we'll just probably sell it all straight away, give us a little bit of money back, and then we'll probably do is try and find the greenhouses and get some water in at least for now. Don't think we'll have any manure, but at least we get some water in, they can start producing some fruit or vegetables. I'm not sure what greenhouses actually are. That'll give us a little bit of extra money, and so when we get some manure we can start putting some of that in to boost that a little bit. And the next one will be to harvest field 9 when that's ready. there's obviously all the option to do some work for the other farmers as well. And go around. That'll help reduce the price of some of the fields. One thing I'm really looking forward to in FS19 is the more variation in the actual jobs you can do. So like baling, transporting the crops from the field to the silos and stuff like that. That's going to be really interesting to see quite how well that's going to work and how they're going to implement it. I do like the idea as well of being able to use your own equipment for various jobs, so you can earn a little bit more money, which obviously is going to be a great thing when you've set up and you have started to get your own equipment, that you can use that. And then obviously when you're first starting out, depending how you start the game, obviously with the new game modes, you can still do some work for other farmers and use their equipment until you can afford to buy your own, which I'm really looking forward to seeing. That it's going to really change the game when you start. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see, because I'm not sure exactly which game mode I'm going to start with for the Let's Play, as I'm really looking forward to the completely starting from scratch with nothing, which I may do for the Let's Play, and then for the time lapse I may do like the kind of medium, start off with some equipment and summer farms, but not everything, as you do with like the easy mode. So it should be really interesting. And the feature on like the more focus on placeables and building your own farm up, I'm really looking forward to that. That's something I'd really enjoy doing, is like starting with literally nothing and working your way up. I know there's a lot of people do it kind of different ways, like the transfer money over from previous maps, and they start off Let's Plays with like 2 million and pretty much all the equipment straight away, which is not the way I like to play it. Personally, I like to start each new map with what you start with. I know my time lapses, what I did was sell off all the starting equipment and buy all new stuff, but I didn't add any money into those. It was literally just sell what you'd got and buy what you could with what you got. I know some of the mods you get, you can buy tractors a lot cheaper with some of the mods than you can in-game stuff. It's always fun to start off with little and work your way up. The Baltic Sea map was interesting because you got so much equipment to start with that you ended up with a crazy amount of money after selling all the equipment off. Now, I'm not sure if we're gonna get to the other end without filling up. I'll get as far as I can and then I'm going to unload. So in terms of video length and how much you do in each episode, I won't cover everything in every episode. At the moment, starting out, we don't have a huge amount to actually do anyway. But in video length, I know some people prefer longer videos, some people prefer shorter videos, so that's one of those things. Over the next few weeks I'll try and kind of gauge and work out kind of how long to do the videos, as we're already up to what, 25 minutes on this one. Sometimes what I'll probably do, I won't show all of like the harvest in the field. We'll just do some of it and then I'll do it off camera and then come back when it's done. So 97, 98, yeah, we're probably just gonna fill before the end of the field. I might just make it 100. Let's go and unload this. Actually, I don't think that's all going to fit in the trailer, is it? Not sure what the capacity of the trailer is. Yeah, I've got the combine mod in, so I have to manually unload. I may need to go and empty the trailer. That's what I'll do. I'll swap it on. I'll put a worker back on the combine to finish off. So let's detach our PTO first, which is no, I'll turn it off. That one, detach that. Yeah, so I'll get a worker back on the combine, then we'll go and sell this at the store with the best price. So let me know in the comments what everyone's looking forward to most in FS19. Is it the fact John Deere is going to be in as standard? I know for console players that's probably going to be more of a bonus, as they've not had John Deere mods on console for 17, and obviously PC. There's no shortage of John Deere mods, to be fair. So yeah, it's good to see John Deere in as like an actual base game brand now. It'll be interesting to see what else of John Deere comes up. I should check what the best price for wheat is. That one, which is just right there. Not far to go at all. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if they've got any implements like balers, cultivators and stuff like that from John Deere, or whether they're just going to keep to like the horse and coon and the other stuff they've had in previously. Because I know John Deere do, well, being the largest agricultural company in the world, they pretty much do everything. So it'll be interesting to see what else they've got, whether there'll be a John Deere forage harvester, the cotton harvester, or whether that'll come as a DLC or come as mods. We will see, but I really like what we've seen so far on the fact sheet. Some really nice equipment. Really great to see a lot of new stuff as well, like the Wilson trailers, the Wilson livestock trailer that was on last week's video for the animals, which they showed off. And it's great to see as well with the chickens that it looks like you have to feed them. They don't just lay eggs, which is going to be quite interesting to see how that's kind of going to work with picking up the boxes, whether it's like all going to be manual or whether you have to like load them onto a trailer, you get pallets, or whether they just go into your backpack like before. And it also looked from the last video like you have to buy chickens, as it did look like there was a loading and unloading point in the little chicken pen. So that means you can obviously transport chickens. So you're going to have to actually go and buy chickens, and obviously you can breed them as well, possibly, and sell off when you get excess. So it's going to be interesting. The horses as well. It's probably not going to be for everybody who's going to be that bothered about horses, especially like riding the horses and stuff. But at least adds a little bit more to the game. From what somebody was saying as well, you can breed horses, so you can sell off horses. So it's not just going to be to ride around. They are going to have some kind of financial gain to keeping horses by the looks of it, which is adds a little bit more to the game as well. And obviously you've still got the standard animals, the cows, pigs and sheep. Being able to sell the milk as well, which was obviously a mod within 17 that you can do that. Again, that kind of adds something a bit more to it. Whether that's a necessary thing that you have to sell the milk to get the money, or whether it's a bit similar to the mod on 17 where you can fill up a tanker from the stores, but at midnight whatever's left, like, and the thing gets sold anyway, or whether you'll get an option, or whether it is you do have to take it to be sold, or you can do it either way, and obviously you get more money for taking it yourself to sell. It'll be interesting to see how that's going to work. The combine's 80% full, so I'll go and grab the trailer, and actually what we'll do, put this back on follow me, jump back in the combine. We can finish off the combining ourselves. So I'll probably just get this field finished off and go and find the greenhouses and top up the water. I'll probably get the bales picked up in the next video. I'm not playing on seasons, it's not an urgency to get the bales in because they're not going to deteriorate, which is obviously a handy thing that you don't have to worry about getting them picked up straight away before any rain or anything like that, so we can leave the bales for a little bit and there's no rush to pick them up. So I'm not going to do anything with this field until we've got the other one done anyway. So I also need to get a bale trailer, so I'll have a look for different mods. So we're probably going to have about 12 bales in total, which is actually, considering I'm doing 8,000 litre bales, and as far as I was aware this field wasn't fertilised. Just check. Oh, it was fertilised. Okay. Oh. Only first stage fertilisation by the looks of it. I didn't realise it was fertilised. Probably the reason why I got slightly more bales than I expected. These straw bales plus the ones we've got will probably be enough straw bales to last us for quite a while. So I do have chopped straw, should I say, enabled. I'm not sure if it's a feature on this map or not. So I'll have to see on that, because if it is a feature, obviously, unless we need the straw bales, I won't bother baling it. I'll just put the straw back into the ground for a fertilisation state. Just go and unload the combine and get this finished off. Yeah, what I don't want to do is be doing more bales than I need to. I know we could sell the bales, but they do take quite a bit of time, and collecting them all up and actually baling them myself. So I've been there before on my single player maps where I've ended up with like hundreds and hundreds of bales, and it's all I ever seem to be doing is going around collecting bales off fields, storing them or taking them to the sell point. So what I've tend to do now is just minimise the amount of bales I do. Try not to do more than you actually need to, unless we're desperate for money, and then we can always do bales for extra cash. Well, it's one of those with chopped straw, if it does work on this map, and then obviously it's going to save us a bit of money in fertiliser, putting that straw back into the ground. And obviously we've got other options as well. We could get a weeder, which is a new feature in 19, which obviously, although it does act as a fertilisation state on this, which will probably kind of similar thing on 19. You just don't see the weeds on this, but obviously it's something it costs money initially to buy the equipment, but then over the long term you're going to save a lot on buying fertiliser using it. So it's one of those we could look at getting. And there's also the mulch harrow, which I just recently bought on the Baltic Sea time lapse, which again is I think it's fairly expensive to buy initially, but long term wise will obviously save you a lot of money on fertiliser. And I believe that one you can also use as a weeder as well as the mulch harrow, so you can swap it over, so you can get kind of two different stages of fertilisation out of the one tool for that one, which is quite handy. So this last little bit and that's all done. So what we'll do, we'll get the combine and the tractor back to the yard, quickly try and find out where the greenhouses are and put some water in those, and then we'll call it an episode, as we're up to about 40 minutes. And then what I'll probably do is field 9 won't be ready to harvest for the next episode, so we might have a look at doing some grass. We'll cut one of the grass fields, probably do some silage bales or hay bales, feed the cows and stuff. Okay, so that's all the wheat done. Let's get this into the trailer. Now with the combine mod, the auto unload, you do have to get lined up because it will just tip onto the floor if you don't kind of get lined up properly. Take this worker off, just finish off that little bit of straw. So we've got 11 bales in total, so just short of 12, which is not bad. As I was considering, I've done, well, possibly if we'd have done the first bale as 8,000 litre, we'd have just been short of 11. Because we wouldn't have quite got that extra bale in. So that's quite more than I was expecting. I was probably expecting about 6 to be fair. And so that should last us quite a while because we don't have many animals. So we don't need to do straw bales for a while. So we get the combine back. So have a look where these greenhouses are. Look up. The bloke's still fishing in his boat. I'm not sure he'll catch much, but still nice to see little details like that. Just add a little bit more to the map. That's another thing in 19 that's gonna just add a little bit more atmosphere to the maps, is seeing the birds fly out of the crops when you drive through and stuff like that. It's gonna just adds that little bit more. I'll just put the combine here for now. I'll leave the header on. Let's stop him, or her should I say. Another thing I need to find is the water point. So PTR first. I say I haven't had a proper look around this map, so I know where the water tanker is. There's water there. I wonder if I can fill up there. And is it going to be free to fill up from there? Looks like there's a handy little gap in the fence to back into the water. Oh, it looks like there's actually a little crossing there. I'm not sure if it's a map where you can get free water, or is it gonna... No, it's free. That's handy. So, right, let's have a look where these greenhouses actually are. Right, one way I can find out is go to the garage and go to the actual greenhouses themselves. So, where just down by the sheep. Okay. So they are literally just down there. I can see them now. So not too far away. So we'll just get these topped up and then we'll call it a day. So I don't think we've got any manure just yet. Looks like there's a water fill point there. The greenhouses are looking a little bit close together there to get the manure in. Skid steer would be handy, but we don't have one. It looks like a little shelter as well. We can store a bit of manure in. So we'll have a look at that in a couple of episodes time, seeing on the how much manure we've got. So there's a lot of stuff to turn around. At least this will start generating a little bit of money. Oh, come on, Sim. Absolutely useless at reversing. Yeah. Total fail. What we do, I just remember the cows need a bit of water as well. So if there's any left in here, we'll give it to the cows. So it looks like we've got tomatoes and lettuce. It's nice to see that, so I don't think I've ever played a map where you've had like greenhouse placeables from the start. I'm not sure, there's probably other maps that you do, but none of the ones I've played on have. So the cows are straight up ahead. But so far I do like the look of this map, it does look very nice. Water trough there, I like the cattle grid. It's not something you see on a lot of maps either, as well as the cattle grids. It's quite nice to see as well, especially the handy thing that you don't have to keep opening and closing the gate to get into the water fill point, which I do like. So nice to see that. So yeah, so that's pretty much it for this episode. As always, so I say, if you do have any kind of feedback, it is appreciated, especially if it's constructive. And helps me know what people like. I say, if you do enjoy the video, then don't forget to hit the thumbs up. And if you didn't like it, then obviously give it a thumbs down. But apologies for the dog. But if you do dislike the video, then please let me know why, so you know I can try and change things in the future. Again, apologies for the dog. One of the reasons why it's difficult to record at times, and at least it was right at the end of the episode. So again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you again. Goodbye.